Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansford. Welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And this is an interesting one here. This is an interesting show we got for y'all. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So let's get into this topic here. Oh, Lord. It's an interesting time in the world right now. The Lakers have lost 3 in a row. And people are beginning to lose their minds all over the internet. Let me tell y'all what's been happening in case maybe some of you don't follow this. So, there are various groups, let me say, within Laker Nation that feel various things about the Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis trade. There's a faction of Laker fans that were celebrating. Hey, man, we got the star for the future. They were dancing, breakdancing and all of that. They were celebrating, right? And I think it was a reason to celebrate. You got a top 3 player, top 5 player in the NBA that's been added to your roster. 26 years old, 6 years younger than Anthony Davis. So it was a reason to celebrate. There were some people, there were other people out there that were like, they're not sure it's going to work with him and LeBron. There were other people out there that these are now the LeBron fans who were upset at the fact that Luka became a Laker because the dynamic shifted, right? Anthony Davis, without a doubt, was always going to be the punching bag. When things go wrong, he was going to be the scapegoat forever. But with Luka, things are a little bit different because Luka is a very big star. And he's a better player than Anthony Davis. Luka just came back from the NBA Finals. So it made things a little bit sticky for them. Then you started noticing this shift in media where they were now spending more time talking about Luka than LeBron. LeBron fans cannot deal with that. And you can see them online. Like, they're still kind of like grappling with this situation. Like, oh my God, there's another player on the same team with LeBron getting more praise than him. What's going on here? So it seems to be a very difficult moment from them. And then you have some people that just flat out don't like Luka, right? They don't like him. Why they don't like him based off of things that I've seen, I mean, some of it is crazy to me. Some of it is because he's white. They feel like because Luka's white, he's getting a pass that other players don't get. And I'm like, oh, God. It just doesn't work. It don't work, bro. It don't work. Because nobody's gotten more of a pass from the media than LeBron, and he black as me. He's black as me. So how do we explain that? How do we explain that? Like, I'm lost here. But what they can't deal with is that LeBron is getting like Luka's getting the LeBron treatment. They're going to overlook his flaws, just highlight it as. But that's what they do with LeBron James. But now all of a sudden you're like, why aren't you doing that to Luka? When were they doing that to LeBron? LeBron will have a game where he scores 27 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 turnovers. He had a fantastic game. Nobody going to talk about his turnovers. But now all of a sudden y'all want to talk about Luka's turnover. At one point they were talking about, oh, Luka was stat padding. I'm like, y'all are talking about stat padding? Really? So now you got these Laker fans that are now losing their mind and they're beginning to turn on Luka because they're losing games. Hell, today I tuned into a segment on ESPN First Take and they're up there hollering and screaming, talking about, man, I'm concerned about what's going on with the Lakers. I don't know what's going to happen now. Oh. Matter of fact, we want to play some of what they had to say today on ESPN about their concerns about the Lakers, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to these guys here.
All right, Asa, I'm going to start with you. How far can the Lakers fall before we need to be worried about their postseason ambitions?
Hell, we need to be worried right now based on what we've seen the last 3 games. Particularly the last 2 without LeBron James. They're a shell of themselves right now. We understand that. And the reality is they got to get it together because J.J. Redick applauded their effort last night after abhorring their effort against Brooklyn a couple of games before, a couple of nights before against Brooklyn. So their effort was there last night. But they were playing against a superior team because Milwaukee is superior to them if they don't have LeBron James, and that's what you're looking at right now. Here's where it gets dangerous. When we fantasize about the Lakers and potentially making the Western Conference Finals, considering the way LeBron has played and the way Luka has been coming on, the combination of the two changes everything in terms of the fortunes for the Los Angeles Lakers. With those two on the court together healthy, there is no question that the Lakers can get to the Western Conference Finals, without a doubt, okay? And they can compete for a chance at the championship. But without LeBron James at age 40 in his 22nd season, which just a testament to his greatness, without him, we see how the Los Angeles Lakers look. And here's where it really gets dicey. Even if the Lakers are healthy, have you seen the Oklahoma City Thunder this year? Have you seen how elite they are defensively? See, everybody looking at them as the number 1 seed last year and comparing them to this year. What they are missing is the fact that they picked up Hartenstein in the offseason from the Knicks, which was a devastating loss for the New York Knicks, regardless of how good the New York Knicks have looked at times this year. That's a devastating loss for them. And on top of it all, they picked up Alex Caruso. So you had cats like Dort, like Shea, like Jalen Williams and these others who can play defense, young thoroughbreds, fresh legs, can get after it, athletic, et cetera, et cetera. But not only did you add size and defense to your front line in Hartenstein and join Chet Holmgren, but you also got defense on the perimeter being assisted with Alex Caruso. So they've upgraded defensively, and in every statistical category defensively, they're number 1. And so I don't see how anybody can look at the Lakers and think that the Lakers definitively can knock off OKC. And the harder they fall in these standards without LeBron James, the sooner they will face OKC, which is a nightmare.
So you heard them on ESPN. They're over there hollering and screaming, oh, man, we're concerned. Look, the Lakers are dealing with injuries. It happens to every team. What are we talking about? At various points in the season, teams go through rough patches where key players miss games because they're injured and teams have to kind of figure it out. It happens to every single team, right? They're dealing with adversity. You got to deal with it. They had a hot stretch where I think at one point they won 8 games in a row. Then they dropped 3. It's called the NBA. You're going to deal with the ebbs and flows of it. Now they got a pretty tough stretch coming up. Tough. Everybody in the NBA got to deal with it. Y'all ain't nobody exempt from it. That's the one part. I do want to address this other part about this thing. People turning on Luka. Now they're saying, oh, Luka, maybe they shouldn't have traded him and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Look, man, even when they had AD, some of these guys were complaining about AD. Oh, he's unreliable. Throw him in the trash can. He's unreliable. He's useless. Blah, 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 blah. All of this stuff. To me, it's like, you need to shut your mouth about Luka, right? Because you now have a legitimate bona fide superstar on your roster that can lead the team into the future. Look at the performance he put forward last night. Like, are you even kidding me right now? Are you even kidding me? Luka is the Lakers' best player. It's clear. Now they say, oh, no, it's not Luka. It's LeBron James. LeBron James is better than Luka. Okay, so why didn't LeBron James go to the finals last year? Because we can all agree Anthony Davis is better than Kyrie Irving. So why didn't LeBron James go to the finals? Because Luka did. Luka beat the team that beat Denver that beat the Lakers. So he was in the finals. So if LeBron is better than Luka and he had a top 75 guy on his roster, Luka didn't. Why did Luka go to the finals and LeBron didn't? Stop the nonsense. Like, stop the nonsense. Luka is clearly the better player. Like, stop. Stop your nonsense. That's number 1. Number 2, I got to say this because it's beginning to get a little bit ridiculous. And I don't care who pisses, oh, man, you ain't black enough for me. Kiss my ass. I ain't up here to be proving my blackness to nobody. I already know how I feel. I already stated my positions multiple times in the past. I don't give a damn. Ain't no arbiter of blackness. I'm saying what I feel. Y'all got to stop with this stuff about this Luka and this white stuff. And y'all got to stop with that. You got to stop with that. It's enough is enough with it. Like, you're taking a little bit too far. Oh, it's because he's white, and stop with that. Why are you doing this? Why are you making this thing into some kind of racial thing? Stop. And the thing that's killing me is that the reasons that you're using it to make it a racial thing are your excuses are excuses that could have been made about LeBron. They're not pointing out some of the lows about Luka. They did the same about LeBron. What are you talking about? And LeBron is black. What are you talking about? Let's stop with it. What are you talking about? This thing of, oh, they're racist because Luka's white. What are you talking about? The NBA supports great players, black and white. Matter of fact, I think if we look at it historically, the NBA has been pro-black players more in terms of stars. Like, what are we talking about? The greatest player of the sport is black. Everybody loved him. White and black people. You LeBron fans, you got white people that love. When that kid that ran up on him in Paris, was he black as me or was he a white kid that ran up on? Was he not a white kid? What are we talking about? Kobe, black people, white people, they all like him. Stop with this race stuff about, oh, because he's white, they're giving. Stop. You embarrassing the rest of us because the rest of us ain't looking at it from no racial angle. Now, does race play a role in some people's mind? Yes, but you ain't got to be the one to be promoting that nonsense. Stop with this. Oh, it's because he's white and they don't want to say nothing about it. And then I'm standing up for the black man. You ain't standing up for no damn black man. Sit your ass down. You talking about you standing up for the black. You the one standing up for the black man where all you did was trash all of LeBron's black teammates for years. But all of a sudden now you stand up for the black man. You don't stand up for no black man. All you stand up for is LeBron. That's it. That's the only thing you stand up for. LeBron James. That's it. It ain't got to do with no black man stuff. It's just LeBron man stuff. You dudes was deep frying Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook. Weren't they black dudes? Throwing 80 under the bus, doing figure eights, popping wheelies, all kind of stuff, all top of 80 on the ground. But now all of a sudden you talking about I'm standing up for the black man and I'm going to support the black man and I'm pointing out the imbalances with the white man. Stop. You love LeBron James. Look, man, you got enough of this in your house. Stop with this stuff. It's ridiculous. It's not only is it ridiculous, it's unnecessary. You're taking this thing to a totally different space. Bro, it's basketball. Stop trying to make it like I'm pointing out things about Luka that the media won't point out because he's white. What? All this stuff they done covered up for LeBron and ain't point out about LeBron. Ain't he black? Stop. Y'all just come off as super haters. And the part that I don't get, how do you hate on somebody on your own team? I don't get it. Go hate on somebody on another team. You hating on dudes that's supposed to help you to win. And you're like going after players on your own roster. The media, they're not coming after Luka because he's white. And then I'm going to say this. Luka had 7 turnovers. And then I'm going to say that. Are you, excuse me? Excuse me? Nobody wants to point out the fact that Luka is stat padding. Excuse me? What? Now all of a sudden stat padding is bad? What? Man, sit your ass down and stop with that. If you're going to critique the game, but don't get into all of this stuff about, because you look ridiculous. Because the points that you're pointing out are things that have been used to cover up a lot of LeBron's flaws over the years. Stop with your nonsense. Nick Wright, whiter than me, almost as white as my shirt. What does he do? Twerk it up all day long for LeBron. Ain't Nick Wright white? Ain't LeBron black? Stop.